Stay tuned and let's check out this Marvel Legends Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave, Darwin. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and remember you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we continue looking at the Marvel Legends Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave, and in front of me today, for the very first time in Marvel Legends form, we have Darwin. Now, I've always liked the character design for Darwin, as he looks like a straight up alien, but he's not. He is just a regular old mutant with a very irregular power set that allows him to adapt to survive any situation. But I'll get into the details shortly. In the packaging, the box is basically full with half the tank for the Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure, but they did manage to sneak in a set of interchangeable hands, which do look a little bit oversized, which again, I think that's on purpose, as Darwin is proportionately a little bit odd, but he's meant to have like longer arms as well, but we shall see in a minute. His sort of costume they're using is sort of my mind's eye costume for Darwin. I sort of think purple. He's wearing purple and has a little red X on his belt, because he's only really ever been part of the sort of X-Men universe, but again, I will get into the details. There he is on the side of the box. Told ya, straight up alien looking. Same image on the back, as well as a write-up that reads, true to his name, Darwin has the power to adapt against any threat, be it searing volcanic heat or the cold vacuum of space. And then, as always, you get a list of all the figures in the wave you need to complete the Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Darwin. So as I said, quite a simplistic character design, so should be executed very well in figure form. Let's find out. So here we have Darwin out of the packaging with all of his accessories, which, as I said, is mainly the Build-A-Figure piece for the Bonebreaker. That tank looks massive. Very much look forward to building him, but I haven't got all the figures yet. So subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I will be very soon. Today, just looking at Darwin, his only accessories are a set of interchangeable hands, as I've already mentioned. But first impressions of the figure, yes, it's on a body mold that we know Hasbro have better ones available to them, but it is the Pizza Spider-Man, I assume, so it is like still a decent range, etc. And this costume design for Darwin is very simplistic, but that is how he appeared in the comics, so not mad about it at all. But you may still be thinking, Dan, that's all well and good, but who's Darwin? So again, no who is he segment, but this is the best I can do for you right now, and let's try and break it down. Charles Darwin coined the phrase survival of the fittest. That is why this X-Men character, real name Almondo, is codenamed Darwin, as he can literally survive anything. His mutant ability allows his body to involuntarily adapt and evolve to any situation to make sure he survives. So let's take a closer look at Darwin. The poor bloke lost his hair at an early age due to his mutant abilities. His eyes changed colour, his limbs are a little bit longer, his dad left him, his mum didn't love him, and all he wanted was their affection. But the poor bloke couldn't even commit suicide. He tried, he jumped off a roof, but he floated softly to the ground like a feather, because his body will involuntarily adapt to survive. He has no control over it. If you tried to drown him, he would grow gills. If you pushed him off a cliff, he would grow some wings. If he needed to beat you in a fight, his fists would turn to concrete. It's a very unique power set, and honestly, it makes for a unique character, but he is very much alien looking. There is no denying it, and you can see that in the head sculpt with those big whited out eyes. Other than that, he is just Goldilocks there with no hair at all, very tiny ears and some skin there sort of wrinkling at the back of the head sculpt. But yeah, just a bold head with tiny ears and big white eyes. It sort of looks like Mr. Burns from that Simpsons X-Files crossover episode. See what I mean? But yeah, nice head sculpt, accurate to the comic page, so no complaints there at all. If we zoom out a little bit and we take a look at the body, now as I said, it's the Pizza Spider-Man body, so we know what to expect with articulation. It's a pretty good range, to be fair, with the ab crunch, with the butterfly joints, etc. Definitely enough for Darwin. The only separate piece on here is his belt. That belt is a separate piece that sort of hides the waist swivel there, so no complaints from me. Purple with that red X in the middle, because Darwin's only really ever been a part of the the X-Men. He was like a part of one of Charles Xavier's like early teams, I think. And he's also joined the X-Factor sort of investigations team too, but never been an Avenger or anything like that at all. Purple with 2 different shades of purple here on the chest. So you got the darker shade on the shoulders and the lighter shade of purple on the arms and on the inside here. Moving down to the legs, those same different shades of purple, and then it's all just one piece. There's nothing different here, no sculpted parts onto the body. It's just paint. Still pins out, of course, because it's on that older body, so we knew what we were getting ourselves in for. Always a shame seeing stuff like that when we know Hasbro have other molds available to them, but we have to take what we can. And yeah, this is the Pizza Spider-Man, but I'm not mad about it. He has 2 fisted hands out of the box, which again are a little bit oversized, but that's intentional. And he also comes with a set of bigger open palm hands. Now these are definitely alien looking, ain't they? They're very gangly, definitely too big for the body, but again, it's intentional. That is all part of the character. It's part of his trait, but yeah, they're just sort of in a nice funky expression, both hands. And he definitely looks like he's got longer arms, doesn't he? Maybe he has, I can't really work it out. Maybe the hands, the bigger hands, make it seem like he's got elongated arms, or maybe they are just different arms on this body. I can't really tell, but still, it's very much accurate to what you see on the comic page for Darwin. Always like adding new characters to the display, and I don't have a Darwin, so very happy with that. And the body mold is decent. Like, I know there's better bodies now, but let's be honest, at one time this was the best body Marvel Legends had, so I don't mind them still using it every now and then. He's going to fit into the display very nicely. And before we move on, I do want to point out that the longer fingers on these hands definitely give the illusion that his arms are longer, but the arms are just the regular old arms on this body. It's just that the hands are oversized with the very long fingers as well, which make it seem like he's got longer arms. But I like it. As I said, that is a character trait of Darwin, so it's accurate, and yeah, it looks good in figure form. So let's jump into some comparisons. Now, the first comparison I would have done would have been with the new Vulcan that's also in this wave, but I don't have him yet. Him and Darwin are good friends. So instead, here we have a couple of multiple men, as Darwin did join the X-Factor investigations at one point. Here we have some X-Men from the Love Triangle 3-pack with Cyclops and Jellyleg Jean. Here we have Darwin compared to a couple of Spider-Men with the new Retro and then the Pizza Spider-Man. And just to confirm, the arms and the body are the same. It's just that the long fingers make it seem like he's got longer arms, which again is a good thing. Here we have him compared to a couple of other X-Men from this Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave, as we have Searing and Havoc. Here we have Frogman and Tigra. And last but never ever least, here we have Darwin compared to Captain Britain and Hal Fire Hank. So, final thoughts on Marvel Legends Darwin. I, for one, am always happy to add brand new characters to the display, and I don't have a Darwin, so he is a welcomed addition to the collection. Quite a unique mutant. He was in the movies, I think he was in X-Men First Class, but they killed him, which makes no sense to his own abilities. So honestly, go and do some research on the comic version of Darwin. It's definitely an interesting read for sure. And he, at some point, like, he touched Hela, and he gained like an amalgamation of her abilities, and now he can control his own abilities a little bit more, and the Harbinger of Death. And yeah, it's definitely an interesting read, but get the figure, because this is an accurate representation of what you see on the comic page, and at the end of the day, that's what we want on our shelf. So you let me know what you think in the comments below, of course, and if you want to see more Marvel Legends reviews, you're in the right place. Check out the videos tab, find the playlist, but most importantly, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, don't miss out on a video, and please hit that join button. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Come and join me on a live stream. That's what the channel membership is all about. Be part of the channel you're helping support. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and I'm on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. Tweet me, don't be shy, but as always, my name is Dan W, and I will of course see you on the next one.